Alright. Are you ready?
In its skies, a gentle touch, a quiet reprise.
How do you get this person from?
To the people by our side and just pay them a compliment. Smile at the lady by your side. So welcome to
Welcome! Hi! Hi! Let's go find a space in front.
Alright, part of welcoming everyone, we also want to welcome our virtual delegates. We have quite a number of persons who are joining virtually. We want to warmly welcome you and want to let you know we acknowledge that you're part of this conference. So if you're watching us, what you can do, go to the chat box, put in your name and your state where you're watching from, and also mention the country where you're watching from. Very important. Tell us what you do when you watch events like this virtually. Good thing is someone can just copy your name and connect with you quickly.
Why should we stay at the back? Why are we staying at the back? Why are we staying at the back now?
Also share a picture of yourself watching and post it on Instagram, tag Wimbix NG on Instagram and use the hashtag Wimbix 24th Annual Conference, Wimbix 2025 and hashtag old
time. But I just want to quickly find out, are there people who are attending this conference for the first time? Please, can you start?
Can we see
Can you start? I want to
please?
celebrate your session.
Can you stand up? It's your first time at the Wimbix conference. Can we see you? Please, if you're close.
Yeah.
a reality that is not real. And then at the end of the day, when you get to read or hear what those people were going through, that you threw your life away trying to imitate or do whatever, what do you say? Why did we listen? But that is their era. I turned 72 in September. That is not our story at all. It is not. We had a completely different time. Those that have turned 60, 50, 40, 30, those that are in the 20s, all of us have different stories to tell. Whoever came up with this own your story, walk in power, and nurture the future. It is so apt, it is beyond. It is, because as many as we are here, each one of us have two different stories to tell. And then you're talking about women in business. That is, you are already achievers even in your soul before you even start the journey. Because for you to even think to say, I belong in that setting, I want to be part of that setting, you're unique. You're already a person apart. You know that you're called to do greater things. You know that you're going to be able to walk in corridors of power. You're going to be able to walk in where, I've seen some women walking, when they're walking, when you see a woman with mighty power, you know. Power, you can't hide it. You don't hide it. A woman who has power, a woman who is confident, a woman who, it's not pride, it's not anything. You don't even know that you're carrying it when you're walking with that. So, like I said, but before I don't have many minutes to talk. But you saw me all walking with a mask. My own story of why I'm here today, I shouldn't be here at all. Up to 2-3 days ago, they didn't even think I'll be able to make it. I had to defy, my kids are horrified. And that's the story I want to tell. Because, like I said, young ones, middle ones, I reached what I want to tell you about why I'm here. I reached the point where, Mommy, you're not going anywhere. We've already called Wimbix. There's no way you're going there. So, blah, blah, blah. And then I looked at myself. Yes, I'm ill. Yes, I wasn't feeling well. But it was a decisive moment as to, do I just step back? I reached that point last week where the mother became the child and the child became the mother. But let me explain. I've been ill since August, and they could be one of those, nobody knows, they couldn't diagnose what it was. One of those, if anything had happened to me, they said, and she was even in England, the doctor said they couldn't find anything. There was nothing wrong, the villagers had done their work. Went through those weeks, and there was no test I didn't do. Blood tests, including, of course, when they told me, we did HIV, we did hepatitis, we did all that. All I know is just kept taking my blood. Then the one that will make me laugh, because I haven't heard that word, it's something you read about. We have to do syphilis test. Last test we have to do to see syphilis test.
Any content creation.
Okay.
Tell your story.
I will.
They said we should own our story, so.
Please
told her that my hand is your hand. What I want to do, I called up because here, usually you don't know, I'm not sure my glasses was then I just here. We are
No, but in the study, you can get like, those that like, they're very nice.
and even the act difference is not always like before. The act difference was happening. I know that
Only our stories here.
but this one
Only our stories. Showing up regardless.
Let's go.
Party tomorrow. Party. Yeah.
No, that's what you were saying, that you didn't want them to do it and they would have.
Walk with me. Let's go. My hands hot. Baba, I'm expecting my picture soon. Yes. More chicken. More chicken, like just pour me soups. Thank you. Living here very, very late today. Thank you. Okay. I go see. Yes. Fish. Find the middle, please. Middle. Yep. Can I have this, ma?
This is the right time to stop what you're doing. I believe it's fulfilling and it will lead to a brighter life and one where past even just purpose, actually plugging into why you are on this earth. So for me, I think that's how I put in my story. I believe about a decade ago, I found myself in a place where I had to understand, okay, or live on this earth. We're going to continue living on this earth for decades by God's grace. What is your life going to be? What are you going to leave behind? How are you going to leave this world empty? So it was a compelling time for me, but I believe it's a time that I hope and pray that everybody experiences, because my life is literally unrecognizable. I stopped living from like just a day-to-day hamster wheel existence to wanting to achieve a mission, chasing a vision, and really living the reason why I'm on this earth. So that for me is what retirement is, and that is how I've been able to own my story. Thank you.
Good afternoon, ladies. It's a delight and honor to be here. For me, when Funke introduced me, she said, I've worked for many decades in the corporate world, and that is true. It's 20 years this year since I've been working from PwC through banking and now with Chevron. And one of the things I've consistently done is to show up. Whether I'm happy or not, I show up. I show up for myself, I show up for my family, and I show up for my organization. Even if my boss is being mean to me, I show up, and I try to take all the opportunities and the challenges as a platform for growth. And that's how I've owned my career story for this past 20 years. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Wayne. We aim for this session to be transformative, to be reinventive, to be provoking and company. We'd like the ladies to leave from here and you'll be compelled to take an action. So as you listen, please get yourself to anchor into some of these really compelling stories that we're about to share today. I'm like, I've been 35 years on the track, 35 years on the
Oh, fantastic. Thank you. So, let me thank all our distinguished guests, our mothers, sisters, friends. Thank you for this opportunity. I think it's an honor to be at this Wimbix conference. It's a platform that indeed continues to ignite purpose with power in women across Nigeria and beyond. The second thing I would say is that it's amazing what women at Wimbix has done in the last 2 decades. They have done what few organizations have not done or achieved at scale. They have built a sisterhood of leadership that is bold, that is creative, and transformative. From the grassroots to the boardrooms, from classrooms to policy tables, Wimbix has shown that when women rise, nations move forward. And it's actually a shared truth, because women leadership is not just about representation, it's actually about reimagining what's actually possible. So if we move to the next slide, please. This year's theme, Own Your Story, Walk in Power, Nurture the Future, captures the heartbeat of leadership and legacy. To own your own story, in our view, is to claim agency. To recognize that your experience, your struggles and triumphs are truly part of Nigeria's development story. The second, to walk in power, means to lead with integrity and courage, to make room for yourself and others at the table of decision making. The third is that to nurture the future is to plant seeds of opportunity that others will harvest, mentor, to build, and to sustain. These are not ideal abstract ideals. These are the foundation of what we do at the Gates Foundation, ensuring that every person, regardless of gender or geography, has an opportunity to lead a healthy, productive life. If I move to the next slide, for those who don't know much about the Gates Foundation, we have 3 major aspirations. Our first aspiration is no mother or child has to die of any preventable cause. The second is that we must get rid of deadly infectious diseases. And the third is that we must lift millions of people out of poverty onto the path of prosperity. We go to the next slide. What we are trying to do, especially with Wimbix, is we've thought about how do we try to advance women's leadership and economic empowerment. So I've seen some remarkable progress in the support we are giving to Wimbix through the Women in Law initiative. So we see firms like O.W.N and O.W.N that are offering extended maternity leave. We're seeing the Wimbix Board mentoring program that has equipped more than 300 women in the boardroom, especially around governance skills. We also have what they call Women in Leadership Coalition that the Gates Foundation is funding, which brings together Wimbix, WISCA, WILAD, and the Nigerian Governors Forum, trying to amplify a call that at least 35% of women should be represented across government and business. There should be at least 16 weeks paid maternity leave. There should be at least 2 weeks paid paternity leave. And then you have more increased representation of women leaders across, women's leaders, and their success stories been across the media. Between 2022 and 2025, the Gates Foundation has invested over $2 million through our economic opportunities portfolio. The whole idea is, how do we begin to dismantle some barriers? How do we see more women participating in the economic, landscape? How do we make sure that there are stronger inclusive financial systems, more digital ID expansions, scaling programs like our flagship program called the Nigeria for Women program. We also have another partnership with a company called Equilib, which is driving accountability for gender equity in business. In agriculture, we're supporting about 32 states to strengthen women's roles in the value chains. And through rice, cassava, poultry, and dairy. So what we're trying to do is really help women farmers gain more market access and fair income. And across Nigeria, we've seen increased income, digital access, and leadership participation through our programs. In states like Gombe, Kwara, Kebbi states, we have seen women cooperatives supported through the Nigeria for Women program expand micro-enterprises through formal supply chains. We also have a program with the Central Bank of Nigeria, which is around closing the gender gap when it comes to digital accounts ownership. So, our collaboration with Wimbix is our own conviction as a foundation that gender equity is not just the right thing to do, it's the smart thing to do. Well, we believe that when women have equal opportunity to learn and lead, families are healthier,
so what she did to us.
and the economy grow faster.
Very beautiful.
So, if for us, in closing, as we reflect on the things today, I thought I would share a personal story. That hopefully talks about owning your story, walking in power, and nurturing the future. I grew up with a mother that would drive from Port Harcourt to Enugu. She does drive us in the car, and so I go to Enugu, and she would get in the driver's seat with the passengers, and she would drive to Enugu. Really strong, ambitious lady entrepreneur. She was a pharmacist. And so I grew up with a mother that kept telling her kids that you need to have to own your narrative in the future. But everything changed when we walked into a room one day and the doctor said that she had cancer. And gave her 6 months to live. So in those 6 months, we have to think about what do we need to do. We have 6 months to live. But in those 6 months, she kept pushing, encouraging us as her kids. She kept encouraging our community, our brothers and sisters. Let them know that, 1, health is important. 2, own your narrative, and keep pushing. So we went from a 6-month journey to 3.5 years. And I say this to 3.5 years. And the beauty of the whole thing is that, when I finally closed my casket, I was thankful that at least I was inspired by a mother who was there for us and who made sure that people like us are standing here today to speak to you all. So, to own your story is to speak the truth, even when it shakes the room. To own your story, to walk in power is to use your influence to lift others and not just yourself. To nurture the future is to build systems that make policy irreversible. And Wimbix embodies this vision. So we believe that the empowerment you have is not just a moment, it's actually a movement. So the Gates Foundation is proud to stand with Wimbix to serve all of you, to build a Nigeria where women's leadership is expected, celebrated, and unstoppable.
Thank you.